All right, we're in the 2021 Summer Major. It's Monday's qualifying round in the rookie division. And let's go out and check out the holes. I'm not sure if I'm going to shoot this all in one. I may, because these are brand new holes, I'll probably shoot individual videos for all of the holes so that I have a playlist for them. So let's go check them out. Hole number one. Now, if I remember correctly, I checked the wind, and so we're getting kind of a neutral wind today. But if you bring out a big enough ball, you can get over to the other side. Otherwise, you're going to be bouncing over from here. And if you're bouncing over from here, I believe in the practice round, just going out there and checking out the holes. I've only played these holes that one time through, but you'd probably be better off with a big topper with all the topspin to try and get you out into this area. Now, I tried to get over, tried to make it over, had a little bit of a kind of wind like this and clipped the rough and ended up bleeding out here and had a pretty good shot. But I left a lot of distance on the table if I had to hit the if and good English there, if and I would have hit the fairway so that I could have got some forward roll. I would have been in a pretty good spot up here, definitely in my wedge. But where I was at clipping this rough and just bleeding out, I was in my short iron. So let's see what we got today. Now, I could bring out a bigger ball and try and get over to the other side, but I'm going to see with just neutral wind what I can get done with a Titan. Now, this might be one of those situations if you've got an upper developed Apocalypse, where an Apocalypse might be a better club because of the extra raw distance versus the extra mile. And it's not much, but that 3 yards is 3 yards. So that can make a big deal. Still pretty good topspin, so you could get up there a little closer. So it's gonna be one of those two bags. Let's see what happens with the extra mile, and I'll take a Titan. I could help myself out a little from that area out there. If you get up there far enough, with the way that the wind's blowing, if the wind's blowing from this direction, coming out here, coming up to the hole, if you can get out there far enough where you can try and get the wind behind you, it's not going to be too bad of a shot going to the hole. Let's go out there and just play it. Let's just play it. We'll figure it out as we go. And let me get my calculator out so I can actually do some wind. Now, I did notice in the practice round that on most of these holes, if we have to make any adjustments, it's going to be pretty slight. It seemed like most of the holes are pretty flat. And this course is in Texas, and Texas is super flat. So here we go. Hole number one at the Wiseacre. Yeah, it's a little bit head. I may want to take my number 3 bag, which has got a big topper in it, because that wind may push me off just a little. How did the wind, didn't it, I'm going to have to go back and watch that, because didn't it seem like they had a 5-mile-an-hour wind with a Kingmaker, and now they got a 4.3 with a Marlin? How does that work? Now, hitting it out into that area going forward up there might be the safe bet. What the hell are you doing, dude? And I'm not sure if today I'm going to qualify or if I'm just going to play the holes, and I'm just want to go through and get one more round on them. Okay, so I'm 4 miles an hour in, and it's pretty good side wind there. So I'll put a little bit of curl on it. It's about 2 rings. And a little bit of curl. Hitting it perfect. Let's see if I can actually catch the fairway on the other side this time. Yeah, get some forward run. It will be possible to overshoot that. I did leave a little bit on the table there, but that's definitely the area right there we want to get. There is a little bit of room coming on this sand to get a little bit closer, but I'm just wondering with the distance right there. I'll have to go back. This is one of the, and I know I say this all the time for those of you that watch my videos on a regular basis, is like shooting your own video, recording your own gameplay so that you can go back and see like where the red lines were. If we shot off to the right, like what kind of distance we'd get out there. This looks like it's going to be max wedge, pretty close. Yeah, there's max, there's mid. How much topspin I got? Well, I could get into mid wedge. So it's 2.2. It's about a ring. Hit it one ring great to the right. One ring great to the right. So no, I don't think I'll have to do any adjustment if we can get up into that area. Just a normal wind adjustment. Hit perfect, obviously. I like our chances of getting an eagle on this hole. I do want to go back and look at that. I should go practice this hole and see what it looks like hitting over to the other side, because I think we may not have to do overpower. I'm going to play this hole again. I'm going to give you guys some bonus content here. I've only played this hole the one time going through on the practice round. I'm going to play it one more time. Birdie. Play it one more. Wow, I won a chest. You can still win chests in this game. What a surprise. Let me go look at this hole one more time. So from where I was at up in this area right here, I did leave a little bit on the table here, but I'm not sure that would have necessarily got me any closer to the hole. So if we come out to this area and we do our arc for our shot, I don't know if I'd have got any more distance, if I would have been any closer. But if we hit out into this area right here, like if we draw that arc all the way around, are we in the same range over here? Now we're not going to be able to, we may not be able to run that topspin out to get into mid club like I did there. We may have to shoot at more of a max club, but getting out into this area right here, we can bounce off of this pad and run it out into that area with a big topper. Now I know it looks kind of wide right here, but on the course out there, it looked like, if you, especially with a big topper, if you've got a lower developed big topper, you hit a one ring great to the left or the right, it's way the hell off. But trying to get it up into this area right here, that might be more consistent. We may not have to do any overpower. And if we're in a headwind, where our red line was at up here, this might be more consistent for us. So I'm going to try this shot over here. I didn't try this the other day, but I'm going to try it from that side right there. Let's go in and do a practice on that hole. Let's take the same bag and let's try it from that other side. Yeah, let's go back. Let's go into practice. Enter. Summer Major. Big Al. Hole number one, let's practice it. Let's go out there and do the same club, same ball. I have no idea what kind of wind we'll get here, but let's see what it looks like going out into that area over there. Now, I think that it's possible to get closer on the max overpower shot that I took earlier. Yeah, let's see what it looks like with this bag first. And let's look at it with this bag. I'm right at max club. .9. It's 2.1 per ring, so it's about a ring and a half. Definitely want to hit this perfect. Faux show. So if we went up into this area with our big topper, so we don't have to do any overpower, I think we're still going to be in our wedge range. But like I said earlier, we probably won't be able to rent out the top spin if you're using a rapier. You'll have to hit it at the max club, and I'm going to hit mine at 1.2 per ring at max. Bring my calculator back up. Not going to do any adjustments. Now I like what they're doing coming over to this side. Now the thing about this is that this fairway is going forward and to the left, so if you hit any, you'll have to hit it farther forward. So if you bring out a bigger ball in this area, you're giving yourself more room to get around that sand trap there. You're still going to have a shot that's off the green, but the closer you can get, especially if you're using a rapier, the more you can run that top spin out. One ring, two rings, great to the right. And it's not a bad area from right there. That's where I was at the other day. So let's see where I'm at to max. There's max. There's mid. So I'm eking towards the max. Put one backspin on it. On this side of the flagpole. So 4.3 divided by 1.2, and I'm not quite at max, so it might be, that's 3.58 rings. I'm going to do 3.5. There's 3.5. Let's see if I can hit this one perfect. Oh no, still great to the right. Still great to the right. See if it released. And it did not release like the ball guide said it was, so I need to be just a bit closer. I think either one of those ways will work. I kind of like the shot over here because you get a bigger spot, but I don't like the fact that you're going to be stuck either having to use a bigger ball or having to use max overpower. Whereas we can run it up here, even if you just had katanas in your bag, you'll be able to run it up into that area and get yourself into range. I had a little bit of room with my wedge, so if I hadn't hit it quite that far, I still had enough room to get a good wedge shot in there. Or a minimum short iron. And I will tell you that I've had a lot of success with my short iron at minimum club, and I feel pretty confident at minimum short iron. So I think either one of those will work. The key is to hit perfect, obviously. Obviously. All right, 2 birdies in a row. Did practice, did the shot, dropped my phone. Dropped my work phone. That's restarting. Let's see if it works. If my opponent can get in, let's see if they can make it. In the hole. Good luck in the tournament. All right, that was hole number 1. Hole number 1 of the Wiseacre Ranch in the 2021 Summer Major. Thanks for watching.